Say hello, ladies. Say hello. Hi, ladies. I know it's been a long time, and I wanted to come on a long time ago and give an update, but she has been busy since day one. Oh my God. This is my little miracle baby, my little precious little baby. She's so active, she's so rough, busy, bossy, and beautiful. So all the B's she is. And her name is, God bless you. Let me see your nose. Her name is Nuri Grace. Her name is Nuri Grace. And she is now 15 months. She was born August 24th. She came, I believe, 4 weeks early. She was 36 weeks when she came. Excuse me. And I don't know where I left off at. I know that it was somewhere during my pregnancy, and I was telling you that I had a rough pregnancy. Well, nothing pretty much changed with that up until the day I had her. You're going to make a mess. Up until the day I had her. Watch Sesame Street, mamas. Quick, I went to the doctor's, I believe, for my 36-week checkup, and my pressure was elevated, and I also had protein in my urine when they checked my urine sample. So my doctor, he played it really cool. He was like, go down to the lab and have them draw your blood and stuff like that. And when I got down there, they were like putting an arm bracelet on me, asking me all these questions as if I was going into labor. And I'm like, am I staying here? So long story short, I did end up staying there. That was a Tuesday, and I was, I believe, right at 36 weeks. It may have been 35 weeks. I can't remember, to be honest, because at that point, I was going to the doctors every week anyway for stress tests, and I forget what else. It was only mainly because of my age, no complications, even though we had a couple scares when they was doing the stress test, because little mama, as active as she is, when we did the stress test, she wouldn't move, and they had a certain amount of time to move, and if they didn't get that movement, they did an ultrasound. If it still didn't occur after that time, then they sent you up to labor and delivery. So that happened 2 times. So I was familiar with labor and delivery the 3rd time, but this time was for them to monitor my urine, and he wanted to do that for 24 hours. So my blood pressure continued to elevate, and I believe it was like 190. I forget the bottom number, but it was very high, and it never went down. So after the 24-hour period, once my urine came back, it was like in the 5,000s, and I believe he said anything over 3,000 would be preeclampsia. So they took us over. It was late Thursday. No, that was Wednesday night. I went to the hospital Tuesday, so Wednesday night at 11:30, they took me over to labor and delivery. They started to induce me. That morning, when my doctor came in, and forgive me for not remembering half of the stuff, but I know at that point he put something inside me that was like a balloon, and it was going to open, or I was going to dilate to 5 centimeters, because from 11:30 to 8:30 I did nothing. So he put that inside me, and that made me dilate to about 4.5 to 5 centimeters. And he came back in, and he actually broke my water. So they had I went too fast. They had started the Pitocin, and right away I asked for the epidural, because I already had a rough pregnancy, and I was not going to go through hours of labor and pain. So I got the epidural like straight off the back. After 3 people had been inside me, I was already feeling like I was having contractions, and the lady was like, they hadn't even started the medication yet, and I wasn't having contractions. It was just from them sticking their hands in me and had manipulated my uterus, and it was making it feel that way. But nonetheless, I wasn't trying to have no pain. So as soon as they started the Pitocin, I was like, yeah, you can tell the anesthesia doctor to come on down. So they came and I got my my epidural, and I was cool. So I was just chilling and being very patient, and that was about 9:45 on Thursday morning, which would have been August 23rd. So I say they also gave me some medicine called magnesium. The magnesium medicine felt like I was going through literally a oven or something. That medicine, I think it threw me out of whack, even with my breast milk. And I'll get to that, but I'm not sure. So that's my little stinkabout right here. So, anywho, about 10 o'clock, that medicine started to wear off, and I was like, hey, where is the anesthesia doctor? I need some more of that epidural. So she started giving me this other medicine that she said she can give me every 20 minutes. Let's say it was not working, it wasn't doing anything. So long story short, by the time the doctor came in, she was like, it's time to push. That was at about 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. And Nuri came at 1:04 a.m. on the 24th, which made Friday. Wow. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Go, Nuri. Go. I was going to show y'all dancing. She always dances off of Sesame Street, but she knows the camera is on, so I guess she wants to be on the camera. She wanted to dance on me. So it wasn't bad. It was just exhausting with pushing and stuff, and I was feeling the pain and the contractions because the epidural had wore off, and I turned into like a momzilla. My patients, I wasn't being nice, but the nurses, they were so kind, and I guess they knew that I was nice prior to that, so they understood, and I'm sure they go through it all the time, so they ignored me and was still just very nice and kind. So after I had her, I had to stay in labor and delivery for 24 hours because of the magnesium medication. I had a catheter inside me, so I was bedridden. And after that wore off, it was like I was done. My body was still numb. I couldn't really walk. My blood pressure was still elevated. We was in the hospital for 5 days, Nuri and I. Me for my pressure and her for her jaundice. So they kind of just kept me, even though my pressure was still elevated, to monitor me. And so that either way I would have still had a room, but my meals wouldn't have been included. That was the only difference. But they just went ahead and kept me because my pressure was so high, to monitor her with the jaundice, and that was only because of her weight. She was 5 pounds 10 ounces. She never had to go on the NIC unit though. She was good, and she immediately took the bottle. She immediately latched on to me. It's just that I didn't produce a lot of milk, but I stuck into it up until just last month in November. I was going to wean her off completely December 31st, but it seemed like it dried up before then, so she did formula and she got whatever I could give her from me, from pumping or off of me. But it wasn't enough to keep her full. It wasn't enough supply. So after the hospital and coming home, Nuri, I did say her name was Nuri Grace, but Nuri would not sleep. It was just like, why is she crying? She really, to this day, still doesn't sleep good, and I'll do a whole nother video on that. And but I stayed home with her for 5 months on maternity leave, and when I went back to work, I was like, why no one told me that I didn't need 5 months off? It's so much better going to work and coming home and having energy for her opposed to all day, because you think that when your husband come home or my step boys came home that they would just, have her. No, they played with her for like 10 minutes and it's just like, here you go. Like, what? I had her all day? Are you serious? So that just used to piss me off. But nonetheless, I survived, and it was great. But let's just say I'm happy to be back to work. And my best friend keeps her, which is a blessing. My best friend, I have a whole village. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, my best friend keeps her. Thursday, my cousin keeps her. Friday, I'm off. I should be off on Thursdays and Fridays, but I work overtime on Thursdays. And then my husband is off Saturday and Sunday. So mainly Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, she is out of the house. She is my greatest gift, so I call her Gigi. I love her so, so much. She has changed this whole household. She's so, when I say bossy, I mean bossy. She is bossy, demanding, busy, So I just watch her do whatever she's going to do, and then that's how I childproof the house. But she definitely has just been a blessing to me and to my family, and I'm just so happy with her. No matter how much she wears me out, and she do wear me out. That's why all this gray hair is up here. I just celebrated my 44th birthday on Saturday. Thank you. I know you're saying happy birthday. I appreciate it. So I just asked for my birthday to have a day to pamper myself. So I went and got my hair washed and blow dried and curled. I got my nails done. I got a massage. I did some couponing. And then we went out to dinner. So it was a good day. I got some really great gifts. I get an extra gift now because I got a baby. We took Mother's Day pictures. We had a whole photo shoot for Mother's Day. I take Nuri all the time to get her pictures taken, whether for Valentine's Day, for 6 months, for Easter, for Father's Day we went, for Mother's Day, just her and I, for Halloween. So we go to JCPenney's and get all our pictures taken. They know us there. She's very photogenic. We also, what else? I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with Sesame Place, but I took her to Sesame Place and she absolutely loves it. That's with all the Sesame Street characters, and we had a great time there. Her first plane ride was at 7 months. We went to Florida. It was a family trip. What else has Nuri done? She met the Easter Bunny back in Easter. She's not scared of anything. She's been swimming, in the pool with us. Not any swimming lessons. I want to do those. But we're good. All I can say is that it is more than what I had ever anticipated, but it's definitely worth it. But I be drained, and that's why it took me so long to get on here, so I do apologize. But I just wanted to let y'all know that we're good. I'll be doing a video just getting more into detail with everything because I know I just skipped over some stuff. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I hope everybody is doing well. I pray for all the women who are still in this. Know that it is possible. Yes, it is. And I pray for you all the time. I never forget where I came from and my journey. So I'm constantly uplifting the whole community in my prayers. And what else? Everybody who has their babies, I hope you're enjoying them as much as I am. And again, if you have any questions for me, just drop them below and I will get back to you. And I'll be in touch. I love all of you ladies, and I wish you a great holiday. If I don't get back on before the holidays, wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's 2020. Get them babies. This is your year. I know it. Much love. Say bye-bye, Nuri. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. She's into her Sesame Street. Bye.